And folks, we are the Coalition Loud and Proud, outrage porn-free, civilly disobedient media broadcasting on the Worldwide Coalition Media Network, as we always are on Friday nights from 6 to 9 o'clock. We're having a little bit of fun tonight. You know, we had two great political guests on in the first 2 hours. Of course, we'll be rebroadcasting those videos. We just took a little bit of a happy dose of virtual reality, and we'll be broadcasting a video on our YouTube channel so that you can get a little bit of a taste of that. But tonight, of course, we are, as we do so every month or so, celebrating Thayer Street, my favorite street in Providence. Yeah, I like Wickenden. Westminster is pretty cool. I've got a newfound affinity for the folks over at Bees, but over on Ivy. But, you know, ultimately, Thayer Street is really the hub of Providence. A brand new business to Providence. You've got multiple, I believe, locations. Is, of course, Be Good, Food with Roots. Joining me is Anthony DePaiva. They are at 269 Thayer Street in the late Johnny Rocket space. The no more amazing transformation has taken place. We've gone from cheese and chili fries, where I think Tony. Did you be able to have on the menu was extra gluten and extra polyunsaturated gluten? Right, and again, wonderful people. It was great food, but clearly a unique twist. You folks advertise yourself as not just fast food; it's really good food that is available quickly. Is that fair statement?
You can say it's real food. So it's putting real food in the mouths of the people again, making you feel better about what you're consuming. I'd say we're the Whole Foods version of Johnny Rockets.
Okay. Now, you have a very interesting backstory. There was an uncle involved who was a great cook.
There was, yeah. So he inspired
Tell us a little bit about that.
Inspired the two gentlemen ultimately to create something better.
Mm-hmm.
They both went off to college, kind of brought that bubble back and united. And they always said they wanted to open a business together.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what they did was they came back together after college. They opened a business.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go the greatest, so then they said, well, this isn't working, let's do something right. So they took back the founding principles of what they learned as children from Uncle Ferris and ultimately created this concept. We own real food. We were tired of feeling gross when we would eat fast food. Mm-hmm. So what can we do and how can we do it different? So that's where Be Good became.
And that's his challenge as a veteran road warrior. I've grown as a man over the last few years, and the real issue is, where do you find, let's think about this. It's astonishing if you go to any strip mall in America, just how many choices of pure crap there is out there. I mean, my words, not theirs, but more ways to poison yourself than really is imaginable. And yet you always had to wonder, with the same type of creative talent there, the skills, the cooking, the delivery system, all the elements that go into a lot of the modern, I guess they call it fast casual dining, right. That whole segment. Why couldn't that segment be created with something healthy?
Absolutely.
And that's essentially what you folks are doing. What you're bringing to Thayer Street.
Yeah, we're just letting the people do all of the work. Everything's kind of local. It's local ingredients. We bring those local ingredients into the restaurant and we prepare them for you. So it's made by us, the people. It's not made by a factory. It's not jarred and kept on a shelf for months at a time. It's made right there by us every single day.
Right. So where are your other locations?
So we're in Garden City, Cranston, Rhode Island, and then we have Thayer as our second Rhode Island location, and we do have a Massachusetts location in Mansfield Crossing. Okay.
Yeah. And what was some of the decision-making process to come to Thayer?
Thayer was the easiest decision I think that we've made as a group. Is ultimately we knew we wanted Thayer as our second location. We didn't want anywhere else. So Thayer, we waited. We waited 3 years for Thayer. It was just finding the right location but the right community, and we knew that we wanted to put our second location on Thayer. Thayer naturally is the food hub of Providence. We knew we wanted to be centrally located with, again, the college kids. They really embrace our concept as a whole. They want real food. They want to know where it comes from, and then you say local, and they get super excited. It's again, where is this? Is it what ingredients are included? When we can answer those questions, we can tell you where everything came from. They get super excited. It's not like, let me look at the label. I can tell you right now because I made it this morning.
Right.
They generally get excited about the buzz, and the locality is huge.
Right, because it really is, whether you're at Brown or Rizzi, you work there, or you're just part of the associated community, you're right there.
Of course.
What kind of hours?
We are open from 10 a.m. To 9 p.m. Monday through Sunday.
Great. All right, so you're there all the time.
I apologize, I said it a little backwards. So it's 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Oh, great. Okay.
Too many locations.
All right, so it could be the professor who just taught a night course. It could be the grad student who is just no shot at the Rhode Island School of Design or Brown University. food facilities, but everybody needs change.
Of course.
Everybody needs change. And you guys provide actually a healthy one. And sometimes, let's just say hypothetically at the college level, behavior post-class might engage you into some more of the toxic side too. So after perhaps an engaging Saturday evening, this is a good way to kind of bring yourself back to the real world.
Absolutely.
Yes. Is the restaurant, how is it set up? Is it a sit down? Is it set up like a cafeteria style?
It's a little bit of both. So ultimately, you would come in and you would order at a kiosk or the register, and then we would then prepare your food, and you can enjoy it in the restaurant. So you're ordering at the register, and then you're sitting down, and we call you by name, or we may bring the food to you, and you can enjoy it right in the restaurant.
So it's time efficient.
Absolutely.
So you're gearing yourself towards the kind of the hubbub, if you will, of that. Because if you're ever playing hooky or you're doing a staycation kind of thing, Thayer Street is a great place to experience during the day, during the week. So many folks, when they go to Thayer Street, they'll go on a Saturday night or a Friday night. Again, hopefully they'll go to the VR Lounge. They might be going to the Avon Cinema. They might be, doing some shopping, or going out to eat. To me, the most dynamic experience in Thayer Street is if you go there on a Tuesday afternoon when school's in session,
right?
Because everything is going on. You've got this incredible energy on the street. College kids, professors, a real cross section of American life, as I alluded to in the opening of the segment, that a lot of people aren't privileged to have as part of their day-to-day life. To them to go to a university town, if you're, there's some wonderful states, but you go to the university town once a year to catch your alumni, group and to watch a football game, you don't have to wait for that here in Providence.
Right.
You can literally make that part of your everyday life. I think if we can get certain things changed in the state, go political for just a second, I think Rhode Island and Providence is a fabulous place to retire to if we can correct a few things because of the energy of a place like Thayer Street and the constant evolution of the dining experience. What are some of the things on the menu?
So you can go anywhere. So we kind of service a little bit of everybody. So whether it's a burger and fries, again, it's local beef, house grown, no chemicals, no antibiotics. We also have all of our proteins are organic, which is huge. Our salads, again, are local. We have salads, quinoa bowls, smoothies, so we can kind of touch every area. Again, if you want the fries and the burger, come and enjoy a milkshake with that. If you want the softer side of the salad, you can break your salads in half, ultimately. But the menu really caters to every single person, but you can really switch and swap. So if I want fries and a salad, I'm okay. I'm not going to feel gross later on. I can pick one of each. Our French fries are finished in the oven, so you're not getting that deep fried French fry. So it's definitely a different variety of what you're normally eating. It's just a healthier version.
Excellent. One suggestion, one request. I'm doing paleo.
Okay.
I wish more restaurants would come up with a paleo or a Whole30 option on the menu.
Okay.
You're
not the first person to say that. Yeah, we actually get that a little bit.
Yeah, and it sounds like you folks would be ideal, but that's just a throw out that.
You may see it. We'll have to remember a Pat Ford paleo diet.
The only time
for sure,
Pat Ford and diet will be actually mentioned in the same breath. So you open up at 11. It's a heavy lunch and dinner crowd.
It is a heavy lunch and dinner. And we have the nice break in the middle. So again, if you're stressed on time, you can either order through the app. We can cater in and cater out.
Tell us more about that. First of all, tell us about the app.
Okay, of course. So the app is something we started about a year and a half ago. This year has been the biggest for us as introduction. It's the palm of your hand. You pick up your phone like everyone's been doing, and you ultimately can order the entire menu, send the bag to the restaurant, come in, pick up your food, it's ready. You don't have to, again, you skip the line, just come in, grab your food and go. It's
done.
Done. Absolutely. The full menu is on the phone, and then it's integrated seasonally. So as our seasonal items shift and change, the app shifts and change. So there's a constant update there.
Credit card, bang, right over the phone. You're in, you're out.
All the above, and we take all forms of payment, which is also great. So again, as if you're on that Apple Pay, American Express, it's all forms. So ultimately, it's in and out.
So particularly important when you're talking about a university crowd, because the great thing about everybody there, we were just having a discussion about virtual reality on Thayer Street. Everybody there is an early adopter. Yeah. And again, that's the energy you get with a high-level university crowd. I mean, you've got two of the finest universities literally in the planet, all right, within walking distance of your door. And, it's that's spectacular. They do some catering.
We do some catering. Yeah. So whether your party is 15 people, whether your party is 50 people, you can do a burger bar, you can do a craft sandwich bar, you can do a salad bar, or you can mix and match. You can do some craft sandwiches with a couple salads, and everybody gets a side salad and craft sandwich. It's whatever your needs are. Our lemonades are caterable. The entire menu is kind of broken down to a catering format. But you can do, again, cater anywhere from, like I said, 10 to 100. So
Right.
it's,
So, and then also you'll do parties and
yeah, absolutely.
things like that. So, and in tonight's recurring theme, shameless plugs coming from me, you can have a healthy lunch and then go immerse yourself in virtual technology,
Right.
and then go shopping afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
No, that's outstanding. So, what have you brought here today?
So I brought two of our salads, two of our newest introductions. So here we have a strawberry fig and goat cheese salad.
Okay.
This is on our salad side. And then here we have a Mediterranean bowl. So ultimately this one has farro in the base. It's very Greek inspired. So this is my ultimate favorite. You have crunch texture, you have tart, and then you have a little bit of that spice. So this one is ultimately my favorite. This is served on a bed of farro. So you have the grain factor in there.
Right.
And then from the lighter side here, you have, of course, the fruit salad.
All right. So we're going to try this.
Bed of farro. So you have the grain factor in there.
Right.
And then from the lighter side here, you have, of course, the fruit salad.
All right. So we're going to try this first.
Absolutely.
The now again, by the way, this is why you want to do a radio show or a TV show.
Right, get to eat for free.
I get to eat. Who designs your food offerings? Do you have someone in house?
We do. We actually have an executive chef that works for Be Good. He's one of co-founders, so he's been with them for the full journey. I think that his conceptual design of food and what's going on and what's new and what's trending, again, right down to quinoa. When quinoa hit big, we hit big with quinoa. So it's, again, as we introduce it to our menu. Right now, again, strawberry season, so we have a local strawberry salad. It comes with the seasons. So our next item would be the watermelon feta salad coming in a week. So again, it's just that local shift, but he does a fantastic job combining ingredients to make it fresh and local.
Fabulous.
This one's my favorite. It's very light. It's fruity. It's airy. You're in, you're out. And there's definitely enough. I think the ingredient combination definitely gives you enough food for the right price, but you don't feel like you need to eat again in 20 minutes. So getting the right balance of food, the right portion sizes, and then you kind of feel a little bit better about yourself in the end.
Well, one more bite.
No worries. Enjoy.
Do you do your own dressings as well?
We do our own. All of our stuff is made in-house by us. So our dressings are, again, they're not all dairy based like most dressings, and almost 80% of our menu right now is currently gluten free, and then we're going in that direction to be GMO free, which is super exciting for our business and our capacity, is where we can offer kind of that ingredient.
Kate Nagel, who is the senior reporter here, editor if you will, asked me to make sure that, because she's dying to try the place. So
yeah, there's some menus and some coupons in the back too, so we have to encourage it.
we'll get her over there this week. But gluten free is a big part of her, life. And and here's the thing: what I have found out recently is gluten free doesn't mean you have to sacrifice taste or texture.
Absolutely.
One more bite. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Enjoy it. That's my favorite part of my job, actually.
It's like watching Mr. Ed.
Right.
So goat seed salad, blueberry. That's delicious. That's fabulous. So this is the second best part of my job. I get to try something else. So let's go over again. What's in?
So this one is a Mediterranean take. So
Why
you
don't you
have,
try a little?
of course.
Get a little shot there.
What's my favorite part about this one ultimately is it's got that take on a Greek salad. So you have the cucumber, you have the heirloom tomato, and you have the red pepper hummus, which is the dressing on there right now. Everything together between sweet and sour is just the perfect blend.
Yes.
This one's very light and airy, but again, the Greek-inspired ingredients really tie everything together, from the green beans to the farro. It's just a great take.
So what percentage of this is local?
So almost this entire salad is local. So again, it's seasonally, which is my favorite part again about what we kind of do is pull locally. So local for us is Connecticut, Massachusetts, and then our proteins come from Maine. So that's local for us. And then in Rhode Island, we're super special because we've pulled even localer. It just comes down to whether we're pulling our stuff from Khalees, our bread vendor. Our ice cream was Warwick Ice Cream. We pull that local vendor. We have a great relationship with local. Strawberries this year we didn't get from Schottner's Farm, but we'd like to build that relationship in the future. It's what we can pull locally. Most of our vegetables right now are coming from Massachusetts, so they're coming from Hatfield Farms.
No, it's fabulous. Is there one like this time of year? What's the big mover? What are people coming back for again and again?
I think it's a definitely a close pull between our citrus avocados. They love that, the citrus, the grapefruit. It's definitely a huge popularity. And then when that shifts out, this one shifts right in. They go for the blueberry, the fruit. I think it's something all winter long you definitely don't think about having a strawberry salad. I think as soon as the weather changes, you see them looking for the watermelon, for the strawberries, for the blueberries. Same thing, this is kind of a year-round salad itself here, but cucumber's not a year-round ingredient. You just wouldn't go and say, I really want some cucumber today.
You might tell it, where do you source your beef?
Our beef is Pineland Farms. Yeah, we have a great relationship, and I think that, and I've been with the company now for 4 years, we haven't gone anywhere to look at otherwise. It's all Pineland Farms. They have a great product. They guarantee, again, its authenticity, it's organic, and that's the big one for us, is why search out elsewhere when you get the great product from the one vendor. So they do all of our locations.
And they're able to meet all the demand?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That must be the challenge, right? I mean, having to constantly juggle demand,
Right.
seasonal issues.
I think building the relationship with the right vendors, ultimately too, is when you have your produce vendor and she says, hey, we're having a tough time getting the local strawberries, let's substitute, or let's go with, again, there's a great relationship there when you know the communication is strong. We waited for local strawberries, so we waited a week. But local strawberries came in and we said, let's do it, and they're gorgeous. I mean,
Right.
again, you're getting what you're paying for.
Yeah, no, this is outrageously good food. And here's the key, again, and while we love our pizza vendors and we love our fajita vendors and we certainly love the folks who do the Middle Eastern food up the avenue a little bit, this is just a fabulous alternative. Healthy food, and you're not feeling like you're sacrificing at all.
Right, and you can top it. If you have that guilty side of pleasure, you can put a chicken breast on there, you can put a beef burger on top of your salad, turkey burger, you can throw a veggie burger on top of your salad. You can kind of mix and match, and again, play, it's okay, my risk level is here, I want to add this. You can have a milkshake. Again, it's a low-fat milkshake. So again, you're not compromising, like you said, texture and flavor, you're just doing it a little bit smarter.
Who does your dairy?
Our dairy is actually coming from, Cabot Creamery is where a bulk of our dairy comes from. And yeah, that's a bulk of and then our ice cream is Tuscanini right now. Yeah.
Do they do a coffee?
They don't do a coffee, but we actually have local Rhode Island coffee from Dave's. So Dave in Westerly, they do our coffee syrup. So we do a coffee milkshake in the Cranston location.
And desserts, what kind of desserts?
Desserts that do just the milkshakes. We don't do again, it kind of just steps outside of our normal mold. But again, milkshake, a smoothie, there's some options there. I see acai bowls maybe coming in the future.
Without diverging your plans, I mean, are you looking to continue to expand in this area?
We'd love to continue expanding Rhode Island. Yeah, absolutely.
So you'll basically go from Rhode Island outward.
Yeah. So Massachusetts, we have Southern Mass as a region. So ideally, we'd like to see maybe generally come more into Rhode Island, but we'd like to do a few more locations locally.
Is there something that really lends itself well to university areas, or are you finding?
We tend to do really well with the younger generation. Again, I think the backpackers is too young, so we don't get a lot of that backpacker traffic. It's again, you don't leave high school and say, I really want a salad from Be Good. Yeah. Generally, the more health conscious they become, again, as that independence shows in, they start caring about what they're eating, caring about what they're doing. So college campus does really well. We do really well when we narrow ourselves and follow Whole Foods. It's generally our demographic, it's what people are looking for. A lot of our ingredients are locally sourced. So if we have fennel on the menu, you can get fennel at Whole Foods. If we have a general seasonal item that's just bok choy, you can get it at Whole Foods. You can't necessarily walk into a Stop and Shop and say, hey, do you have bok choy? They look at you a little funny. But realistically, we do very well when we follow, again, Whole Foods. We do very well next to Chipotle. It's the same general demographic of...
The same ethos.
Right, absolutely. So I feel like that people generally look for the same products. I think we'll do really well with what's coming in the future for Thayer Street. But ideally, people come in, they get excited. Whether you're with your friend, you're with your parents, you can come in and enjoy something light. You can share something. You can break a bowl in half. It's the right environment to be independent or to share with someone else.
No, this is absolutely fabulous. The Tony is sitting back there in amazement as I eat an entire plate.
It was more for him.
Healthy food on video. You see the real thing.
There's evidence.
Now, if someone could just come up with a healthy hot wiener, we'd be all set.
A tofu dog.
Right. You're from the area?
I am from the area. Yeah, I grew up in Exeter.
And now, how did you get involved in food?
Food has definitely been an interesting venture for me. I was in the Navy, needed something kind of a little bit different, and I started managing local chains. I was involved in Dunkin' Donuts for quite a while, and I went from Dunkin' Donuts to Be Good. I was recruited 4 years ago, and it was just the right fit. They sent me to Boston. I got to meet the founders. I got to generally jump into the food part of it, and I just fell in love with it. Again, I got truly passionate about talking about our product, but it's really fun in the restaurant talking to people about what we have on their plate. They're like, oh my God, what was that? Best ingredient I've ever had. I would have never mixed those two things, pomegranates and apples. It's just one of those kind of, where did it come from? How is it inspired? But for me, it's just something I fell in love with every single time we launch something new.
Right.
And get excited about it. It's taste and texture. We feed all our employees. We celebrate taste and flavor together. We're not keeping anything behind. It's, okay, we're going to try this. I want you all to try this. Generally, as we have a rally, everyone gets to sample it. It's really fun and exciting to get the feedback, whether you love it, you hate it, or it's sour, it's not for me. But then they can share that experience with the customer. It's
Right,
huge.
so you have an educated wait staff as
Yeah.
well.
It's important.
No, and that's actually, if you look at the newer, smarter restaurants, food preparation is often front and center.
We are completely translucent, which is great. You can see right through the whole line.
Right, folks are intimately involved in the preparation at every level of the company. That's what you need to do. I mean, it's I'm old enough to remember the Ponderosa steakhouses. You know, God only knows what
Me
was
too.
God only knows what was in that Texas toast. It was good, but we've come a long way, haven't we?
Yeah.
Now, are gift cards available?
Gift cards are available. You can do media gift cards. So basically, again, going right down to that digital technology, you do a digital gift card. So you can purchase your gift card online. It goes right through your phone, takes the credit from your phone, or you can purchase them right in the store.
Excellent, excellent. So it's a wonderful gift. So, you know, state-of-the-art high-tech payment processing. Gift cards are available. Parties are available. Catering is available, and lots of healthy food is available.
Absolutely.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
I'm going to try one more.
Of course.
So a little bit more of this.
Yeah. Did you wanna, let's see if we can get in here to some of the farro. Just the grain. So farro is a little scary for some people. I think it's a grain that they're not used to. Farro, just like a rice, takes on the flavor of whatever you mix it with. It's my favorite grain.
What would you say is your most exotic thing on the menu?
I can't necessarily say exotic, but I think the most peculiar ingredient blend would probably be our Power Bowl. So you have a sesame carrot blend with pepitas, a little bit of sunflower seeds. It's got an egg over easy or cracked on top. So with the carrots, the Brussels sprouts, all those ingredients together definitely combine something different. But when you take your first bite, you're like, oh my God, this is incredible. But I would never have thought to put, again, an over easy egg on top of a grain with carrots and Brussels sprouts. It's just kind of one of those blends, and it just works really, really well. It's got a little bit of a tangy tomato vinaigrette. It's almost like a Caesar-inspired dressing, but tomato-based. It's fantastic.
Wow. Will you expand into breakfast at any time soon? Because that actually
The corporate locations, Boston-based, again, where they're a little bit larger than the Rhode Island. Of course, we just started. It's super small. There's our second location in Rhode Island. They are doing breakfast, so it's definitely in the works.
yeah, because that's the last great frontier of healthy eating.
Right.
Oh, this is fabulous. Right, Tony, I'm not supposed to chew on with an open mouth.
I think that's an FCC violation.
Let me get a napkin here really quickly. Wow. See, I'm not going to stop until I finish.
That's a good sign.
Absolutely delicious. Give us the breakdown of your Rhode Island locations again.
Okay, Garden City, so Cranston, right in the center. It used to be Lady Foot Locker. We built it. We've been there for 3 years now. It's kind of a really special location for us. Again, Garden City, just like Thayer Street, has its own following of people. It's cultish. Generally, they come in for a smoothie. They'll go work out. They'll power walk through the mall. They come in for lunch. They'll grab a salad. They'll come in for dinner with their husband and child.
And Garden City, by the way, just as an aside, is really a model of the new shopping experience.
I think for outdoor retail, they've done a really, really good job nestling the right vendors.
Right.
And they think before they jump. They don't just sign leases.
It's almost like they curated the mall, if you will.
Absolutely, for sure. They built a mecca. Yep.
Right, and so, you know, as these mega malls, and again, I'm old enough to remember a certain mall movie, and Tony, I'm talking about before Mallrats. Even during the winter, it's just, again, it's a suburban environment, but there's an element of community in a mall where you get the big box malls. It's just, you're just never going to sense that. You're never going to get the dining options that you do in a place like Garden City.
Yeah, they do a really good job especially blending difference. Just like Thayer Street, you've seen a lot now. It's no longer all pizza.
Right.
You definitely have a nice with UMouth coming. There's the right people coming to Thayer, where it's a new variety of food. So you're really changing it up there, but you think before you act. So you have now, I can go for a salad, but I can go on a Friday night and get a pasta dish. It's really neat to see kind of.
Thayer Street, in a sense, has become a gigantic buffet.
Yeah, no, for sure.
No,
Absolutely.
it really has. And here's the fun part. I mean, depending on the mood. Now, I went to Dirk's for Father's Day because it was my day, my choice. So, to heck with everybody else. Clearly, being a carnivore is clearly in my lifestyle.
Right.
But there is something at this point for literally everyone in the family. This doesn't have, you no longer, if you're of a certain age, where you grew up and the argument was, on those rare times when you go out to dinner, where do we go? And you have this pitched battle.
Yeah.
There's choices for everyone.
Yeah.
That's outstanding. Website?
Website, begood.com/Thayer.
Right.
Yep.
And then you've got also the location of Mansfield.
We do. Mansfield Crossing. Again, it's another special little place. It's not a destination shopping plaza like Garden City is.
Right.
But there's Best Buy, there's Kohl's, and then you have LLB. So
Right.
ideally, you're going because you need something, not necessarily because you want to spend the day. Garden City, you're going to spend the day. Thayer, you may spend the day.
Right.
But Mansfield Crossing was our second location as a group. And then, of course, Thayer's our third.
All right. And if you were going in right now for this week, what are the specials this week? So that people this weekend, when we get this up and running.
So we just opened today. So today was our first day and we have a lot of BOGO. So if you'd like to buy a burger with a friend, get a burger. We want everyone to taste our textures, taste our flavors, and share the experience. You come in for a smoothie and you're with your wife. Daughter comes in and she's with her best friend. Son comes in and he's with his schoolmate. Again, so you guys can share an item. So basically, as you buy a smoothie, get a smoothie. Buy a salad, get a salad. Buy a burger, get a burger. So that's kind of what's going on this week as we hustle through this growing pains. So it's brand new. We want everybody to come in and really experience.
Is this your soft opening, or are you guys?
It is our soft opening. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So today was our first day, and last night we did it for a couple hours to kind of test the waters, and we had a great evening. And today we've had a fantastic day. Yeah.
All right. Well, Rhode Islanders, we gave you new options. Of course, I'm talking about Good food with roots. A lot of family recipes, a family ethos that's been brought to. I'll call this a combination of healthy food and fast convenience dining. It's really the perfect mix for Thayer Street. I wish you guys all the best of luck. You'll see me there. Folks, all right, the food's fabulous. Give it a shot. Again, these are businesses that are locally managed. They're New England run, New England owned. You're supporting, and this is critical because a lot of people have to give lip service to the notion of buy local or locavore. This is the embodiment of it. We're fortunate, we're blessed in a place like Rhode Island to have the facilities and capabilities of generating local food. Now, through an initiative like this, you've got a place to enjoy the fruits of it. So it's really, I'll call this the circle of Rhode Island life, but it's all represented in this one effort. So, again, thank you very much for coming on.
Appreciate that, Pat. Thank you so much.
All right, folks, we're going to take, Tony, how much time do we have left in this evening's entertainment?
Just a few minutes.
We got about 2 minutes, so stick around for a second. Folks, it was a wonderful evening tonight. We had fun, we talked serious issues, we made fun of politicians.
I made a salad.
I had a salad. I had some great food, and we talked virtual reality just about every segment. We talked about the Rhode Island State House, which is of course its own virtual reality, and then we talked about the more entertaining version of it. As we always, when we close the show, I could say one thing, we had 4 different guests on tonight. It should be obvious to all of you, whether it be food, entertainment, politics, activism, every one of our guests tonight take it personally, as you should too.